Welcome to the second iteration of our Portfolio Manager Spreadsheet series. Today we're going to be detailing how to use the new Hotlist column feature, which will allow us to rapidly compare the specs in our current portfolio with some buy list prices. And these prices we're going to be getting from MTGO traders, which is one of the larger, maybe the largest bot chain on Magic Online. If you go to their website, you'll see up here in the top right a link to their hot list, which is cards that they are buying, likely because they're in low supply of, so they're paying a premium. You can see we have a list of cards here, and we can select foils or non-foils. At the moment, what we're doing is only compatible with the non-foils. So select that, scroll down to the bottom of the list. We want to view the entirety of the list. Go to the end, and then we just need to copy this. So you can select and drag, or select part of it, hit home, takes you to the top of the list. While holding shift, if you click up here, selects our entire list, which we can then copy. We're going to take that copied list and go to our new hot list sheet. You can see we have 3 yellow squares here, and that is delineating where we want to paste. So this one white corner here is where we'll Control V, paste that hot list we just copied from MTGO traders. We're going to give it a second to think, and it's going to take this list and format it in a way we can use it, meaning the name and set are going to be combined into a string separated by a pipe, and then we have the buy price that MTGO traders' hot list is currently paying. If we move back over to our current portfolio, you can see some of these values have now been populated. The hot list column uses a VLOOKUP command, so it takes our card name set, looks it up compared to the hot list we just pasted, and returns the price. If there's nothing here, it means that that value was not found in the list, so Xenagos was not in the hot list we just pasted. And you can see here we do have values for Adhikar Wastes and Brushland. Brushland is blue because the other thing within the hot list column is conditional formatting, and this is set to light up as blue if the hot list buy price value is greater than the price per card that we paid. If you want to edit that formatting, you can just go to Format, Conditional Formatting, and you see here's our rule here, and it's simply that the value in the hot list column is greater than the F column, which is the price we paid. If you want to have that only light up under some other kind of conditions, such as maybe you have a margin of half a tick, so you can do plus 0.5, or maybe you want a 10% margin, so multiply by 1.1. That way it'll only light up if the hot list price is at least 10% greater than what you paid. I personally prefer to just have it be just straight greater than, and then I can go through and manually look and decide if that's a price I want to sell for. This conditional formatting is great because if you have a long list here, it's very eye-catching, so you can quickly assess which cards the hot list is currently buying and then decide if you want to sell those. And speed is important because this hot list gives pretty good prices, so many times you'll find that you go to sell the card and they've already purchased some from someone else, so they're no longer buying, because in my experience they only want to buy no more than 8 or 12 cards. So once those are bought, they'll remove from the hot list. As far as the value of this buy list, is it the best buy list? I found in my experience that generally for modern cards, yeah, it's hard to beat whatever values they're going to give here, and that's because, as I understand it, they're putting cards on this hot list that they know they're going to sell, so they can reduce their margins significantly because maybe they have an online order that they're trying to fulfill, so it's pretty much a guaranteed order for them. So as long as they can make some profit, that's fine. So they give a good buy price, lower their margins, but you can make some money too by selling to them. With standard cards, sometimes it's not always the best buy price. If you want to take the time to compare around, you could get something slightly better in many cases that I found. But yeah, like I said, modern cards, especially the high ticket items, things above worth more than 10 tickets, because the margins becomes so great on those, they can be 1 to 2 tickets. The Hotlist is pretty good because it'll sometimes have a margin of 0.1 or 0.5 ticks, so that's pretty useful. The sheet you're going to be getting will have a hot list already pasted in here, and that's how you're generally going to be viewing this sheet. To get rid of it, you just select each column, hit delete, and then you can paste whatever new list you've copied over into there. In my opinion, this is probably the best way to check this list, because the only other way would be to actually log on to MTGO, put whatever cards you think might be wanting to be purchased in a binder, trade with them. Then you're going to have to try to parse that in the chat, which can be quite difficult because Magic Online chat isn't very spread out nice and easy to read, and also the conditional formatting is going to help you rapidly make decisions instead of having to decide, oh wait, how much did I buy that for? Is this the price I want to sell for? This I think is just a bit more rapid. So that's the new hot list feature. In the next iteration, we're going to be adding a new sheet to keep track of the value of the cards in your own personal collection. So maybe you've drafted some, or used to play Constructed or Casual, and you just have some cards sitting around on your Magic Online account. Because of how cards will randomly spike, it's important to always keep an eye on the value of some of the cards in your collection, because there may be a card that is usually worthless, but if all of a sudden it's good in a pauper deck, then bam, it shoots up to a ticket, and maybe you have 20 of them, so you can randomly make 20 tickets from a card you thought was worth nothing if you're keeping an eye on the value. And we're going to be implementing another hot list column there to see if any of your collection is on the hot list. And in addition to that, we can also implement something where we copy over prices from MTG Goldfish set page and use a VLOOKUP to determine the current MTG Goldfish price of a card.